First of all, I think your analysis was very straight line. History doesn't run in a straight line.
Kid, you cannot tell your neighbor he is stealing ducks when you are stealing frogs.
As High Commissioner, I was wrong. As Charandas Prasad, I reacted naturally how any person would have.
I did not come here for that kind of abuse. I did not come here for that kind of abuse. If you're going to go along that road, I'll walk off.
But it's all okay once they're talking. If they were talking, I could not have been here today.
You got ADHD. I got that thing.
No, calm down.
I think I've done enough in terms of taking our team out of trouble from losing.
Come on, Lou Taylor. That's good. I'm reading the script now, and the first person that comes to my mind to play a detective,
Yes,
but
the
an
Chinese critic.
erratic
Mikhail
detective, is Mikhail Rodriguez.
Why an African slap an Indian? Why a man and slap a woman? Look, how you deal with that? You deal with that.
We must encourage platforms like this because it brings together different people and allows for discussions to take place in our country on a multiplicity of fundamental issues.
You apologizing for something you think I did is wrong. I don't want you to do that, and you should not have done that.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Freddie Kissoon Show. I'm your co-host, Akash Persaud. I'm taking the hot seat today here. But the reason I asked Mr. Kissoon for me to sit in here tonight and do this is because while driving coming to the studio this evening, I had 3 close encounters that could have ended in accidents. And here, let me tell you what. Let me tell you how this happened. As I'm driving coming on the East Bank Road, that's a double lane. Both they're one ways, and one goes towards the East Bank, one comes to Georgetown. I'm driving coming into Georgetown, and there is a guy riding a bicycle without any light in the opposite direction on the one side that he should not be in. I barely pulled aside. This happened at Agricola. Then when I meet the traffic light by BK, but just after DSL there, that's on Mandela Avenue. A guy jumped the red light. He just went through the red light and just went through just like that. And just when I went to pull off, a woman decided to cross on the green light, and she walks as if it's walking the aisle, walking down from Miss Universe, just for her to wave and say, "I am Miss Universe." And why am I saying this? To say that a lot of the problems that we hear on the show is to highlight the problems, the situations and issues that people are faced with. But a lot of times, you know, the problem is the people, you know. It is the people. We have situations in this country where people are driving recklessly and people just, it's unbelievable what we're being faced with. Viewers, look, we thank you for joining us, as we know that this has become your favorite evening show. We come to you live on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And this show on Fridays is where we hear the views of people. People get a chance to call in so that we can fix the social ills that are affecting the people in this country. But I have to say, it is the mentality and I hate to use the term, but in Freddie's own words sometimes, this low life and hungry belly mentality, this attitude towards things that is really pulling us down. We have everything in place. Infrastructure is working. The government is doing what they have to do. And everything is happening in place. But what? Aren't we going to be the people who are going to rise to the next level? Are we going to wait for the government to come into our own homes and to say we're building capacity and all of that? Look, tonight's show, we have, as you know, we usually have videos and all that to show. But before I do that, I would like to say good evening to the inimitable Freddie Kissoon. Freddie, I'm sure,
Well,
as a driver, I'm sure
You want I lash you behind your head with a book or a feather?
tell me why.
I say low life. I never say hungry belly.
Well, no, I like put in the hungry belly part there.
Oh, well,
you can't lash me for that.
No,
You can't lash me for that. Well,
I believe they're low life. I see people on the road, many minibus drivers are low lives. I have grown up on the seawall, and those low lives have chased me off the seawall road. I have to go tail by Pegasus to get in the seawall road. So they are low lives. I don't know what hungry belly.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I don't know
The Guyanese
what
critic
hungry
who sits at this very on this very platform in the morning, he has explained it, and he has a point. Now, this evening we want to show you a number of videos, as we usually do before we open up the lines.
Yeah, but before we show the videos, there are a couple of things that we need to discuss. I find on these shows that no matter what topic it is on diaspora people, especially in the US, are afraid to discuss Palestine and afraid to criticize Trump or Biden. I think it's an acknowledgement that they know that the country they're living in, they're being monitored, they're being watched, and they're likely to get into trouble. I am telling you, Akash, you open this program and talk about Barajak Dio or Abu Norton, and the diaspora people are calling.
Yeah.
You ask them to call in about Palestine. The Israelis what the Israelis have done. In Palestine, most UN workers, journalists, and doctors have been killed in 1 month than in any world war. And you know something? They don't want to call in. They're calling about all kinds of things from the diaspora. Oh, I visited last week, and man, I'm telling you this. But you put on the topic, Julian Assange. The United States and the Western world have harassed that journalist.
But
Nothing. You talk about Palestine. I'm telling you tonight, they're not going to call in and talk about Biden. Biden is unfit to be the president of any country. The man has lost his cognitive faculties.
But Freddie, you have to understand also that those people that living in the US, they must be fearful as to whether they'll look.
Yeah, they're fearful, but they come and they tell us about these things bad in Guyana. You gotta be careful. If you strike, you gotta be, and they're afraid.
Mr. Kissoon.
You know, we're not gonna get what you know what we put last week? We put as the topic to call in. Biden is not electable. Not one person from the diaspora call. Biden should not be the president. Trump is near to being uncivilized. He's going to destroy this world. But Biden hasn't got his faculties together.
Are you saying Trump is a better pick at this moment than Biden?
No. I am saying what Biden is.
Okay.
I'm saying what Biden is. I wouldn't vote for Biden because of what he did with the genocide in Gaza. He supported Israel. But my conscience would allow me to vote for Biden. And of course, I think the world should come together and banish Trump to some island in the Pacific. But another thing, we put on the topic for calling Julian Assange. That man has been so harassed.
Yeah, WikiLeaks man.
The talk about journalists being arrested in Pakistan, in Iran, in Russia. What the West, particularly Australia, where he was born, he's a citizen.
Right.
What Biden and Trump did to that man. And we call in and talk about Julian Assange. Not one. They're afraid. They're afraid of what the U.S. has become.
I see you was in Asia recently.
The U.S. would lock them up if they call into this program and support Julian Assange.
Well, then you can't vex with the people.
No, I vex with them, but at least it's an acknowledgement that they know that the United States is no democratic. Is not as more democratic than any place else. The other thing we have to discuss is you have a bell. I wonder if the operator got a bell. For 4 years, Sherwood Duncan been running a bell, cussing up people.
Sorry, I didn't mean for laugh.
No, laugh at him. He's a comic.
No, Sheridan is my friend.
I know you work with him at
Yeah, we work
Chronicle,
together. We work for
but at Chronicle, they had a whole report on him. He buy furniture at Ashley, and I wrote a column. You know where I bought my bed? You see these people outside in Guyana don't know me. You know where I bought my bed at my wife when I sleep on?
Where?
That place in Lombard Street.
Ramroop.
Ramroop.
Yeah, Ramroop.
He went in my bed at Ashley for him to play the
Freddie.
The bed that I sleep on. The furniture for Duncan costs about 10 times more.
Yeah, but Freddie, that's another thing.
But he ringing a bell. Here now. You see the people
Let's
like
fight.
No, you see the people like David Hines. We come to David Hines. Hold your calls. Let's talk about David Hines and Sherwood Duncan. He ringing a bell. He got a program maybe twice a week. And ringing a bell, cussing up Jack Dio, cussing up. When Darren Lal got into the story, he ring a bell. What, you know? And guess what? Nigel Hughes beat his backside with a landslide. You see people like David Hines and Ben Chop, they think people like them. And Duncan, he is the general secretary for the AFC. He in people's face every morning, ringing a bell. Ring out the PPP, ring out Jack Dio, ring out. And the bell rang out on him. The bell rang out on him. So he contested leadership of the AFC, and Nigel Hughes get 4 times more than what he got. 4 times more. Now, you got David Hines. He come on this program and said, I speak for black people. I speak for African people. Now, who appointed him? Listen, the man lives in the US where he has a house in his name, and he's probably a US citizen. He comes in June, July, leaves in August. He comes in December, leaves early January. And he speaks to black people. Black people meet me and you will name Akash and complain to us what the banks doing them. The little vendor, the little horse cat thing they got to get where the grandmother was walking, where the grandfather used to walk. And there's no David Hines to listen to them. Minibus can't raise the fare by $100, and that's wrong. But there's no David Hines for them, and he speaks to black people.
Freddie,
you appointed him?
Me not, but here I say. You and David Hines work together for.
Write a letter to appoint him.
No, listen. You and David Hines worked together for a long time in the.
We don't try to very young.
Do you think it's the black revolutionary coming out of this man? That's really what it is.
I think it's the. I don't want to use the black. I don't want to use ethnic thing. I think it's a stupidity. I don't want to use revolution or black. I think it's a stupidity coming out of a human. Nothing to do with ethnicity or black or revolutionary. That's the guy who sits down here and talk nonsense. You got Indians like him, they got Portuguese like him that sit down. But I want to know who appointed this man as a spokesman for African Guyanese. Akash, I'm an Indian, and I meet African Guyanese every day. I live in this country 12 months a year. David Hines live in this country 2.5 months. So I know how black people feel. But no, you can't know how black people feel. You can know, you're an Indian, you can't know black. You call it black. The blackness in it, the stupidity of a human. Now, Sherwood ringing the bell, and Sherwood, for 4 years, Sherwood ringing the bell, cussing the people. Sherwood, she said, every week I get this thing ringing my bell, I got to be popular. People got to love me. He contest the leadership of the AFC.
Freddie, I never thought you had shades, but you throw some.
No. Two things that we need to discuss here was David Hines' performance here. I speak for black people. Yes, I speak for black people. And the bellman. You see, they think that they are popular.
Well, I did invite Sherrod to come last week, Friday.
And what he said? Tell people what he said.
He did say that he thinks it's a good idea. He speak to his team. and you'll get back to me. But
Never
I
did.
didn't get back to him.
Which team? He had a team. He had any team?
Well, apparently, if you're going up, if you're campaigning for at any level,
Who's a team?
I would think that you'll have a team.
But Bell has rung out. The bell has rung out. You know, there's a saying. Old people got the saying Sankey. You Sankey this thing all the time. The song run out and the bell rung out.
Yeah.
The song sung out, the bell rung out.
But let me.
We should show a little clip with the bell. We got anything to show?
We can get one. But
operators, show me the bell with Duncan with the bell. Please show us a
Duncan.
piece.
Yeah. I'll get it. But Freddie, I gotta ask this here. There were two congresses held recently.
Well, we know the PNC rigged the thing. You see, Amanzo Walton gone, not even the executive. Gary Best gone, not even the executive. That top class lawyer, Royal Ford gone. It's a whole set of Norton acolytes in the executive now.
But you rig your own thing, man. Like, though, I mean,
you rig your own thing. The PNC get it. PPP lose the election in 2011, lose the election in 2015. The world give the PNC a chance to come in and the next election and win anything. The people don't understand any other language.
Wow.
All them people was cost the PPP. We are hearing nothing about accreditation. Delegates, a man from Bupununu who's not a PPP, he become a delegate. You didn't hear anything like that with the PPP Congress. We had to discuss Bellman, man.
But
we got anything with Bellman when you need Bell?
What you think is the next step for
Well, I think he's discredited.
Maybe the man gonna show his support behind Nigel.
Well, what's he gonna do? Show me the man when you need bell, man.
I'm trying to find one of the bell ringing thing, man. Somebody, look, 652-1314, somebody get the bell part for me and just WhatsApp it to me.
Please get Sherwood ringing the bell, cussing down people.
And WhatsApp it to me. WhatsApp some of the bell.
Anybody know what Sherwood did during the elections? He had a program, the same bell program with Christopher Jones. And he insulted the British ambassador about some young girl he got. Yeah. And I don't know if he got a visa to go to the UK. You going down there, how that person...
You're not get visa no more.
No, that was in 2020 after election. He had a whole... The British High Commissioner supporting the PPP during the controversy because he got a I don't even want to repeat it.
Right. I know the thing.
That's the matter. Look, how they get Lincoln Lewis. You heard what viewers have you seen what Lincoln Lewis wrote? He responding to Minister of Education Priya Manichan, and this is what he said to Manichan. When he look in the mirror, he see a good looking, fit, eligible man. How could human nature treat Priya Manichan like that? Could she look into the mirror? So I wrote twice.
What's the first part?
When he look into the mirror, he see eligible, genetic, all kind of thing. So I wrote a column saying two things was wrong. He was using an old, contorted, broke up mirror, and he needed his glasses to be changed. When he looked in the mirror, what he saw.
Viewers, you know what it was the one thing I like about you guys, man? I like the interactiveness. I like the fact that you guys are always commenting. I like that you're always calling us. Because without you, this program means nothing. We love you, the people.
Last week we finished 2 years.
Yeah, this program is 2 years. I myself and Mr. Kissoon, I know for a fact has been involved in every single episode, and here's why. Because from day one when this program started, I'm the one who created that flyer that goes up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So even if I'm not in the country, I'm overseas, I still do it and send it so that the guys are doing it, getting it right.
If you're listening to us, looking at us, please send a WhatsApp number. Sherwood ringing his
WhatsApp
bell.
number once, WhatsApp video, yeah. I think
Sherwood bell has rung out.
Let me see some of these.
Where's the furniture from? What the place name?
Actually, Daddy Chronicle.
You still in the Chronicle?
Yeah, it's got the Chronicle. Like, that's a fact.
The Chronicle sell them furniture?
No. Yeah, sell the younger get value for younger back the same money we pay for it.
Sherrod, you're coming on the program?
All right, good. Hold on. A man, somebody, one of our fans from the US just sent something here to us. And I'll tell you all the truth. Let me tell you all the truth. Myself and this gentleman has a good relationship, you know, Sherrod Duncan. I would say that. Sherrod and I work together on a number of projects. We even worked together on a project in the US. In the US.
The bell, ring the show.
But this is the bell. So let me get it.
Ringing his bell?
Yeah, hold on.
Just to come to you tonight.
Oh yeah, the bell.
It's something, sorry for the delay. But we didn't want to miss the program this evening.
You got.
Because we
I'll get the volume up. Right, hold on.
value you guys. We value you folks. So welcome in the ring to each and every one of you.
Hold on,
Wherever you're joining us from tonight, we know we're a tad bit late. Did not want to disappoint any of you tonight because we got so much to discuss. You see, we can start one week, and by the time you come to this point,
Well, the person said the whole
it's
thing.
Thursday.
I can't say the whole thing, man. What you are doing to me? You can't say the whole thing. I cut out the piece of the bell ringing alone. We got to go through the whole thing. It's 1 hour. It was 1 hour. I'll send it. Anyways, look.
Anyway.
Yeah, I know,
Not
Freddie.
American, not
Yeah,
anyways.
you always remember this thing.
Yeah,
anyways.
the American and the nonsense.
But you see, what,
A, B, C, D, when it comes to Z, they say Z. It's Z.
yeah.
Z. They have 4 seasons in India and in China. Summer, spring, winter, and autumn. They call it autumn fall.
Well,
These people, these American fall.
Yeah.
It's autumn. The autumn leaves are lovely to look at. You never live outside.
from the
and then
US and US and Canada, we got a large viewership. Yeah, tell me.
You never
Freddie,
look. You never.
what this thing is. Is it autumn or is it fall, really, man? I'll get it.
It's autumn. Which fall? You want fall don't when you go outside?
Yeah, Freddie, what's your thoughts on before we go to these videos? The cricket World Cup just finished. I know you like India, but
No, I mean that I love India.
you see wearing the Indian shirt too.
Yeah, India shirt.
Yeah, there's the color blue and there's orange. Is the color.
I wasn't aware of that, but I wanted South Africa to win because they've never won a major international tournament. Guyana and India are in my heart, but so is South Africa.
Watch, people saying fall. People from the US saying it, fall. Everybody's saying fall. Leaves are fall. Somebody said the leaves are fall, and that's why. Freddie, somebody said like you think you had a few extra tonight, but they don't know that you don't drink, right?
Never drank in my life. They've been drinking for call autumn fall. Anybody who call, listen, if you're living outside, anybody who can refer to fall, anybody who can refer to autumn as fall, they are falling down or they're drinking too much. It is winter, summer, spring, and autumn. And one of the lovely things to look at are the autumn leaves as they fall and gather by your feet. Ladies and gentlemen, babies, women, children, men, it is autumn. And the word is anyway. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Anywhere the wind blows, it's not anyways. The Americans,
I just say anyways, yeah.
The Americans may be a rich land, but Americans are also full of stupidities. Most stupidities in America and the world combined. It is autumn and it is Z, not Z. You may live in the United States and you enjoy the wealth, but please don't enjoy American stupidities.
But Freddie, that is being taught in schools. It's being taught in the American schools.
So
the spelling, because there's American standard and then there's the imperial.
I'm sure in India they say autumn.
Well,
I'm sure
I
in
guess.
China they say autumn. You know, there's a lovely song before you were born by Nat King Cole called Autumn Leaves. Do you know who's Nat King Cole?
Yeah, of course I know who's Nat King Cole.
We should play a little bit of The Autumn Leaves.
Freddie, you gotta bring. Freddie must bring. You gotta bring.
Could you operate it? Could you play a little bit of?
No, we can't play because we get we can get
So the person who say I'm drinking, ask him when he say fall instead of autumn, if he's on the alcohol when he say that.
No, but a lot of people saying fall is just another day for autumn. Is like probably it's like.
But why when it's winter then? You don't. Snow. Why don't call winter snow?
Yeah, I
if the leaves fall and you call it fall, when it's winter it snows. So now you have summer, spring, snow, and fall. You should have anybody ringing the bell, man.
Somebody tried to send somebody sent something, but they said they couldn't clip it. Let me. Okay, hold on. We get the bell.
You get the bell. He rang himself out.
Yeah,
we got the bell. We got the bell.
All right.
Just go up to them. Yeah, we want that.
That's right, folks. A very good evening to each and every one of you, and we are. That's right, folks. A very good.
One more time. All right.
Well, Sherrod, you rang yourself out. He's
a good soldier, you know, Freddie. He's a good soldier. I'm telling you the truth. He's a good soldier.
Good soldier?
Yeah.
A man ringing a bell for 4 years of cussing people. Politics should not be personal. Or we can talk about the British High Commissioner, got a girl, the little girl from the PPP. He ringing a bell. Ringing a bell saying what? He ringing a bell thinking that would make him popular. What he has to do now is ring the bell and tell us why Nigerians beat him up.
So one of our viewers from the US is in Guyana. He calls in very often on the show. A guy's named Derek Hawker. He's from the US. And he's here in Guyana, and he was going to the airport yesterday to pick up somebody. And he took this video. He did this video of the traffic situation because an excavator apparently broke a part of the road and created a big hole. So there's a massive traffic buildup. Now, have a look at this, and you're going to hear Mr. Hawker's voice in this his voice in this video also. Let's play this video. Have a look at this.
This is the state of traffic on the East Bank.
No, it's the country.
Demerara.
Yeah, it was
It's now what time you got it was? 12:55 p.m.
This is
We go to the airport. Can you imagine if this driver did not do some maneuver and really be stuck the traffic going north, traffic going south? They got a problem. Look what's going on here. Now we're actually in the vicinity of where we are here, brother.
What is he complaining about?
He showed this as a 12 something yesterday. The traffic buildup because of somebody who with an excavator damaged the road on one side and traffic can't pass on both sides.
Because from the clip I'm seeing here, it looks at normal.
No, on the other side, because he's going in the opposite direction, they have to maneuver and get past. But when they're going back, so and they had to go through some back street to reach on this other side. And this is what happened. This is the hole, and now the excavator trying to repair it here now.
Yeah, got to fix this. Got to fix this road, man. Nonsense.
So imagine have this big crater there.
Right away, I have to stop and fix this.
You know what I find, Akash?
Tell me.
Akash, I think citizens are becoming impatient now. Every normal citizen wants development in the country. But it seems to me road construction and road repair is every road. Yeah. So you're inconvenient. I thought they would stagger it. For those who are living abroad, if you go to Camberville now, Camberville streets are being repaired. So you can't escape that. But if you escape a street and go to Kitty, the Kitty streets are being repaired, you get stopped there. Then you go to Queenstown, the thing needs to be staggered.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere they do. Look, I think in engineering science, if you're going to do infrastructure work, you have to do one section one time, and so that is fixed. And when you do the next section, that completed section, you can facilitate. Everywhere you go in this country, roads are being repaired, and you're inconvenient.
Viewers, we just have a few minutes more of the videos. At just about 9 o'clock, we're going to start taking your calls. This is somebody sent this picture from Perfect Harmony. They said, Mr. Persaud and Mr. Kissoon, this is the state of the gutters and streets in Perfect. Well, they look a little tight there, Freddie. There's a crater. This one here.
That's a road that people can't.
Yeah. This is in the streets in Perfect Harmony.
I fell into one of that today. Where was it?
Where you went, man?
You know where it is? I think it's Campo New Market.
In the middle of the city?
Yeah, Campo
a big
New
hole like
Market.
that?
Yeah, Campo New Market. I think it's Campo New Market.
All right. The next one we have to show you here. This is somebody met Mr. Kissoon yesterday on the road, and they complained to him about St. Sidwell's Primary School and what's happening opposite St. Sidwell's Primary. The gentleman said that there was a forest on the other side, and we went and filmed it, and there were Africanized bees in there, and they came out and who they bit, Freddie?
He said the past 10 years, people have died from the bees being bitten. I know where BK Tawari's building is high rise at the corner of Sandy Baba vicinity. When they were clearing that up, bees killed a city council.
Right, I remember that. But this is St. Sidwell's Primary. It's at the corner of Hatfield and
Blessingen Road. Where I grew up.
Yeah. There's your neck of the woods, Freddie. Was it always like this with all this bush, Freddie?
I can't remember, but not when I was growing up.
Yeah, so there's
Look at that.
Yeah.
There are bees inside there.
This is opposite St. Sidwell's in the heart of the city.
Actually, my phone, I have the bee removal number in my phone, you know. But I can't call the bee removal at 9 o'clock.
No, you can't do that. Plus, you got to pay them.
I'm going to call it bee removal from the Ministry of Agriculture. Look at that. That's opposite St. Sidwell's School. But suppose they bite those children.
Look. And then you see here, this is scrap iron, and there's a no dumping sign here, right? But people still dumping stuff. So you got here containers catching water, and you got mosquitoes breeding. You know who do that, Freddie? It's not the government or city council, the citizens do the dump things there. They're the ones.
So I born and grew up around that area.
Another one of our viewers said in this here, they said every morning between 6 and 7 this bus goes and park right here at the corner where you gotta drive out from. So when they're coming out,
they can't see what's coming.
You can't see incoming or you can't see the traffic coming.
And he does that every morning.
Every morning. Look, this is
why?
This is it here. Maybe they're selling. I think he's selling. If you look here, you see a table at the back here. He's selling car winds, wiper and hand grips and these kind of things, right? So the bus parks here, you can't see to come out.
So people coming out there, you can't see.
But Freddie, right where I'm living, I have pictures in my phone right where I'm living. There are people, you coming out and you can't see nothing.
I'm looking at your laptop. This program name In the Ring.
In the Ring, yeah.
But he get knocked out in the ring.
It's a left cross.
Look how huge Nigel Hughes is.
Yeah.
So the left hook with Nigel Hughes knock him out the ring.
It's a 1-2. It's like he has do the jab first, and then he has bob and then come around the left cross.
But I think he could endure a left hook from Nigel. No wonder the man knocked him out of the ring. So he flew out the ring.
Yeah. Anyways, look, folks.
Anyway,
I can't. Freddie, I'm gonna try my best to say anyway. Thanks for being with us every night. The lines are open. You can call. Tell us how you feel. Now, while we're ready for the calls to come in,
let's call.
The gentleman from Horstellin, I hope you call tonight that has been having the water issues because Mr. Siraj, MP Siraj, has sent a response. So please call in Mr. Khan, I think is your name, from Horstellin, has been having the problem. I look forward to your call this evening.
We're going to block him every...
Don't set them, man. Hold on yet.
2 years, he talking nonsense. So many people went to repair.
Good evening, caller. Your first caller in the air tonight.
Yeah, good night, sir. Good night to you and Mr. Freddie.
Yeah, good night.
I have a little concern here, man.
Tell me.
It's in the Unity area. Unity from Earth. So the Chinese are working on the road, which is the new ones, right? And most of the stuff is coming through the long time road. Now, this road have a lot of holes. Also have a lot of sand and the shoulders of the road, like people stand and so on. I'm really, really happy with So when the Minister of Public Works to come and take a look at that, looking for government to come and take a look at it. Community to more fighter.
And
schools and so on between these areas, like 1, 2, there's about 6 schools between these areas.
are there road repairs going on in the area? That's why it's like that?
No, sir. The road repairs is going on the new road. Like, on the new road. So we call it the back road, the one that made 2 years ago, 10 years ago.
Another road, yes.
By India, right? But they turn off the people to the old, you understand?
Oh, right.
The asylum, the hospital, they have care home, they have a children home there.
I know that's what comes through by Unity Lancaster area there, right? Right. I know the area. Now here, but let's look at it this way, caller. Let's look at it this way, that they're working on that other road right now. When that other road finished, maybe they're going to relief is going to come on.
No, I'm not talking about. They have some patrol roads.
Okay.
Goes on the road, and people have stand. They cross your stand and they return like. They move up 20 different places on the road.
All right, here's what to do. Do take some pictures or do a video for me. Send it in. I know you can't do it now, it's late, but send it in, and next week we'll show it on the show.
No problem, sir.
All right, thanks. We're gonna highlight it that way.
Okay.
Thank you for coming through. Yeah. Caller, good evening. You are live on air.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, ma'am.
Prospect. On the public road in Little Diamond, from let's say like one Little Diamond to Water Street, there are a line of trucks and every day is a double parking. So if you're coming out from the last street in Prospect, you cannot see to go drive out on the main because you're double parking right at the junction there.
Mm-hmm.
And then trucks are lined from there to Water Street.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can highlight that. That's every time you drive out there.
Send us
again, ma'am.
Send us a photograph or video. Send us some.
Yeah, it's difficult for us to get out sometimes because of the traffic situation. Just to get here, I gotta leave where I'm living to be here for 8:30 to be. I gotta leave home 6:30 just to get here. It's not that far. But here's what you do for us. I'll be very grateful if you can send me do a video or some pictures. Send it to this number that you're calling, and next week Friday we are going to air it on the show. All right? Thanks so much. Thanks for coming through.
Hello. Good evening.
Right, Mr. Khan. Right?
Yeah.
Good. Mr. Khan, I know you sent me a video earlier today saying right, that the water we dripping and so on. That's fine.
Every week you call in with water dripping, and GWI went up there.
Now here's what I receive a message today from Mr. Siraj because he has been he did follow up.
But you don't call when Siraj on the program.
The guy. Yeah, he called. No, all right, Mr. Khan. Here, he says the guys visited here. GWI personnel was chased out of the yard when explaining the developmental works going on in the area. Sir, explain that to us, because this gentleman is saying to us, MP is saying to us, that this message was sent to him, that when the GWI workers visited you, that I don't know what the conversation was, but they're saying that they were chased out the yard. Explain, please, what happened.
Hold on. I wasn't here. My wife was here. My wife was here. Let me speak to you. Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Let my wife speak to you. I wasn't here. My wife was here.
But did she tell you? She didn't tell you what happened afterwards, man?
No, they didn't came in the yard. So how they were going to chase out the yard? They didn't came in the yard.
I opened the gate to them and offered them to come.
She opened the gate. Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you. We're hearing you.
Yes, she opened the gate and offered them to come in, and they didn't come in. They wasn't in the yard. She could talk to you. She talked to you. Hold on.
Look. We send the people up.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Hold on, Freddie. Yes, ma'am. Explain to me what happened, because the message we received this evening from MP Dharam Kumar is that the GWI people visited and they were explaining developmental works that's happening in the area, but they were chased out of the yard. Now, that is their account.
Nonsense, Mr. Akash and Mr. Kissoon. When they came, I opened the gate and offered them to come in. Right? I offered them to come in. The guy that was there, that was standing outside, and he was watching through the fence, because my fence, you can see through the fence, you can see it's visible, you can see it through the fence. He asked me to turn on the tap. I did turn on the tap, right? So his words to me that he cannot give me any more pressure than that what I'm having, right? So I asked him, I said, so I'm living in a flat house. This pressure cannot come into my sink right now presently, because I'm not having no water in my sink to wash rears. I even asked him, can you please come in and see that I'm not having water in my sink? They refused to come in. I opened the gate all for them to come in. So I don't know what they're telling you. That is lie and lie and lie. I had to tell them because I was so angry with them. The guy told me that he saw that I have a pump here, right? Okay, remove the pump if the pump is causing a problem. Remove the pump, you're going to see I'm still having the same pressure. He said, okay, ma'am, you have to wait until the pressure come on. When the pressure is going to come on, you tell me. When is it going to come? When is it going to come on? For the past 10 years, no pressure is coming on, right?
Yeah, we know that you've been calling.
Over there, the young professional homes, they're having 2-story buildings there, and they're having water upstairs here, still upstairs. I'm in a flat home, and I cannot even have water to wash my own weird.
Ma'am, let me ask you this. Okay, you have neighbors?
I have two neighbors, but nobody's living there. Currently, one is on the construction, the other one is just like 2 houses away. I have neighbors there.
And what and the people that live 2 houses away, what is this? They face to the same situation?
It's the same problem, because the guy told me that when ma'am, everybody has to pump up water. It's not you alone. It's the whole place. It's the whole place around the area. Everybody has to pump water. So I said, that is nonsense. Over there, don't have to pump water to get up the water upstairs. I'm living in a flat house.
Well, but to get water, I know where I lived in Workmanville before I moved out to Turkine. We had to pump up water. Well, what is wrong with pumping up water?
But ma'am, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I had a few years ago in 2018. I had built my place in my home in Providence, and when I built that place in Providence, I had to put in overhead tank and pump water too.
Hold a sec, madam, you have black tanks.
I do have that.
And you don't pump.
And depending on the rainfall water.
You don't pump the water into the black tanks.
Yes, I have to pump that.
But a lot of people
now into the black tank.
And when you pump the water in the black tank, that solves your issue.
You don't get water when you.
No pressure's coming in my house to wash.
But you have to.
I understand. Yeah.
No. Wait a minute. This has been going on for 2 years now on this program. You have to get water from gravity if you have the black tanks. That's basic plumbing. If we put a black tank.
So everything is not connected to the tank?
No, not everything is connected to.
Right, so that's where the issue is. Because
but that's your problem, madam. You have to connect the things to the black tank.
I would say that if you've been suffering with this problem for 10 years now.
No, I think I know what's going on.
My suggestion to you, ma'am, and I'm humbly saying that we should do is get a pump. I think that Gafu's got a pump for like less than 10,000, I believe. Get a pump because you know why? Because you know why you got this problem. It seems as if this problem is going to continue for a while. And honestly, in this situation, maybe you can help to solve your own problem. I understand your frustration, but at the same time, if there's a solution to the problem, it's better to put the solution in place. So that, yeah. All right, here we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna see how best if I can visit and come and see you guys or whatever. But let's take another call. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, man. We're hearing you.
Hello.
Yes, we're hearing you.
Mr. Akash, listen to me. Listen 1 second.
Yeah.
Mr. Akash, listen to me 1 second, please.
I'm listening.
Guy will have to start out this problem of put pressure in this place because we ain't getting water for the past 10 years. Oh.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go reach.
This can go on.
I'm going to go reach. I understand what's the problem.
Pressure for the water. It's not the water.
All right, good.
It's not water, it's the pressure.
All right, good. All right, good. Thanks. Let me take another call, but I'm gonna be in contact with you.
This
Good.
this
They're coming here when it's electricity. I'm fooling people.
it's the same thing he says every week.
Yeah.
Come next year.
The same thing he says every week.
Right.
Look, Akash, let's take another call, please.
All right. Take care.
Okay, so thanks for calling. Let's take this call. The same thing he's been saying every week for the past 2 years.
I gotta say this. Look, there are times when we have the solution in our own hands. Sometimes, too, man, we can make a difference by doing something
You know what
different.
he wants? Let me tell you. I'm convinced after 2 years listening to him what he wants. He is refusing when to put a pump on a black tank, and when it's the hour.
Everybody has done the same thing, man.
Look, we can't tolerate this anymore in this program. This is 2 years this man has been doing this.
Hello.
How can we help him?
Good evening, caller. You're live on air.
Hi, Akash, Freddie, how you doing? All right, a couple of things I want to touch on. When Kit was on the program the other day, he would have sung a little disgusted about Trump's position about immigration in the U.S. And he probably is right, but my position on the immigration thing is not about people coming into the U.S. It's about the illegals coming from Venezuela. There's a gang coming, taking over the U.S., where these guys are coming, renting people's base, and because of the sanctuary position of the Democrats, U.S., where you cannot remove these guys easily. It's sad.
Every week is a problem.
Yeah, you gotta
with
go go closer to the Wi-Fi. But Bob, let me tell you something. Last year, end of September, I went for my vacation. I usually go in your neck of the woods in Manhattan. And while I was there, I was surprised to see the amount of immigrants on the streets. Partner, it hurt my heart to see some of them. We got one lady when I come out of the hotel at the Edison there. This lady got this lollipop chicken, lollipop, dollar. And I'm thinking, why have they allowed these people to come in and they're punishing like this? And winter was coming.
Yes.
What do you mean why they allow them to come in? Why they allow them to come in? Why the US have 250 bases around the world? Why they allow the US to come in and put their bases, but military bases around the world?
I agree.
Freddie, hold on. Are you saying that they come and take over Guyana?
I don't want to use the word come and take over. That is a very loaded term. Why do you think they're coming to take over the US? The US has taken over the world. The US is synonymous with the world. So let the people go in the US.
You did not listen.
Look, you have to use another phone.
Hey, Bob, the phone breaking up. You want to call back, please? I'm sorry. Maybe that's why we're hearing you properly.
Don't go off yet. You're a regular caller, but something is wrong with the phone. It's every week it's waking up.
No, maybe because I'm using Wi-Fi and I'm not on my phone.
And maybe that's why we're hearing you good night, so we misquoting you too. All right, good. Caller, good evening, you're on air.
Good evening.
Yes.
Akash?
Yes, and Freddie, yes.
I can't agree with Freddie and Donald Trump for a long time. You know why?
Tell Freddie why.
Freddie against Donald Trump for what? Freddie believes
I know this
in
guy.
the States. Freddie's living in Guyana. Freddie got to make decision in Guyana, not in the U.S. I listen to Freddie all the time with Donald Trump, and that Donald Trump is a far better president than what the guy named Obama. Obama, they take Obama. Listen what I'm saying.
So just make your point. It's a stupid person that would say Donald Trump is a better president than Obama. It's an extremely stupid and idiotic person that would say that.
You been to walking?
It's stupid. Donald Trump is a better president.
Because they...
Bloody sick man that want to destroy the world. I know that guy. Look, let's take another call. Donald Trump is a better president than Obama.
Hello, caller, good evening.
Yes, bro. Sorry.
Right. So now you're so let's hear it now.
Okay, I was talking about Kit Nascimento being on the program. I think it was Wednesday night or whenever it was, and he was talking about the immigrants and blah blah blah. My concern is that I personally do not have negativity about people coming into the US. I have negativity about the Venezuelans that are coming in, who are forming gangs and taking over people's basement and their apartments and whatever, and doing whatever they want. That is my problem, right? And it's happening with like no control, Akash. No control, because I'll tell you what, and you have been living over here, so you know everything.
No, I never live over there. No, I just go and visit.
Well, you know what you.
But when I'm from there, as I always say, I live in here, live in there, live different places in the city. Yeah, but right? Go ahead.
And there's something called sanctuary.
Sanctuary states, right? Some states are sanctuaries.
Yes, yeah. And you can do whatever you want with punity over here, boss. You can kill a president till you still get that, right? With the sanctuary.
Strong statement.
I am telling you that is true. There are people who beat up NYPD officers and were released the next day because of sanctuary states.
But I did see that. I did see a massive amount of people who were on the streets covering up at nights and sleeping right at Times Square. And so I couldn't get it, and they're little people, you know.
Yeah, I can tell you, I have witnessed Venezuelans beat police officers, NYPD, and they were released the next day, and they moved to California where they cannot be deported.
I think they were. No. Weren't they arrested later? I think they were arrested.
Yeah, but they were released the next day after.
I think they were arrested after, weren't they?
No, Freddie Kissoon, I'm sorry. No, absolutely not. I'm not screaming and shouting here because I'm upset at you. I'm telling you the truth, bro.
I want to ask you something before you go off. You say you see these Venezuelans coming in, they're taking over people. Do you see the Ukrainians doing that? Do you see the Ukrainians doing what the Venezuelans are doing?
No.
You don't see that. You want to tell me why? You want to tell me why you don't see that? You think you have an answer for that? Why is it
I probably don't.
You don't have an answer? You want me to tell you the answer?
Yes.
The answer is when the Ukrainians come illegally from Ukraine into the US, they are properly processed. You know where is there any Ukrainian that is being sent on a plane in the UK to Rwanda? You know where there was a person on this program. He was a guest. He lived in Canada for 20-something years, and he was a big name in the Canadian Broadcasting Association. He named Nazim Bash. You know where the Ukrainians go? The Ukrainians are put up in hotels in Toronto, and the Ethiopians and the Syrians, they're taken to Rwanda. You know why you're seeing the Venezuelans and you're not seeing the Ukrainians? You see the Venezuelans doing this and doing that because the Ukrainians are more facilitated than the Venezuelans.
Because they're Caucasian?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
So you heard about...
They're sending Ethiopians to Rwanda.
Hold on, Akash. I mean, can Freddie give me a history of the Ukrainians committing the atrocities that the Venezuelans are being accused of?
But you don't get the point. They don't have to commit those atrocities because they are not on the streets like the Venezuelans. They are properly processed and treated, and homes are found for them. They don't have to commit...
Are we saying that because they're not being properly processed and being examined, using your words, that the Venezuelans should be allowed to commit the crimes that they are doing over here. I mean, not only Venezuelans, by the way. You have people from Nicaragua, not Nicaragua, man, Guatemala.
No. Tell us about the Ukrainians. Now you hear it's Guatemalans. You hear it's Venezuelans. Why do you know the millions that have left Ukraine and are seeking refuge in other countries?
Well, haven't they left Ukraine? Anyway, can I move to another topic?
Please. No, don't move to another topic. I hope when this conversation is finished, you understand why you're not seeing the Ukrainians on the streets in New York, and you're seeing the Venezuelans, and you just talk about the Guatemalans. You have to ask yourself when this program is finished, why you're not seeing the Ukrainians who are rushing to the United States, fleeing the war in equal numbers than the Venezuelans. So, you live in the US, you will understand the US more than me. You need to get it. You need to ask yourself, sir, why the British government under that guy who has just lost power, he was a 2-year prime minister. He's not even a global footnote in the world anymore.
Yeah, are you talking about Rishi Sunak?
Yeah, I'm talking about that 2-year prime minister who's not even who lost power on Thursday.
I mean, how can you use that? How can you use that as a reference? Because let me tell you, Rishi would have lost elections. We all know that he would have lost the election because of the amount of time that the party was in power.
I am saying to you, you have to ask yourself why they are not putting sending Ukrainians to Rwanda. Mr. Najim Bash is an award-winning journalist, a Guyanese who migrated, is now living and has a big job at Department of Public Information. He said on this program, they are putting the refugees from Ukraine in hotels. The Ethiopians, the Syrians are on the streets. I think I've made my point. We'll hope to hear from you next week.
My question to you and Akash now.
Yes, man.
Right? And why was that, and permit me to use this word, that clown that named David Hines was given a free pass on your last program?
Well, you're using terms that I don't agree with. David Hines.
Well, you don't have to agree with that. I'm posing my question to Akash.
Well, let me
I don't know what you mean by. Well, I'm the co-host, and I could object to what you're saying. I don't know what you say by free pass. Yeah, I don't accept that term. He was a guest, like any other guest, and what he said, he was allowed to say, because that's the nature of journalism. We did not agree with many things he said. I don't think he speaks for African Guyanese, and I told him that. I don't know what you mean by a free pass.
He attacked Akash about what the recount would have brought forward.
And Akash responded to him.
And you guys stayed there without, like, everything that... Am I there?
Yes, you're here. We're here.
And they made every move to stop the recount. They made every move to stop.
But we spoke about that. We spoke about that. So we got.
Because in the last program you did not. The first visit by David Hines, you put him to his place, right? And it's a program that I look back.
Yeah. So you wanted us to put him in his place every time, meaning
not every time. I'm not saying
what you want.
I am not saying.
Okay,
Bob, let me say this. Bob, let me say this before you go. I mean, I know you're a regular caller, but let me say it before. At no time during that interview did I feel anyway intimidated by Mr. Dr. Hines. As a matter of fact, I don't feel intimidated by anyone. But here's what I will say. There are specific questions that I wanted to ask that man about racism, about him being a racist, about the elections, about the ballot box, what he said about destroying the box. I didn't really want to delve in too much into go into that, because it would have taken the time.
Akash, I saw your professionalism on that interview that night. Right. But I, as an individual who is...
I understand. But Bob, look, let's take another call. I really appreciate your call tonight and every other night. But let's take another call, all right?
Take care, buddy. Bye.
Good man. Thanks. I don't want to cut you out, but We
No,
got to take
but
other calls.
first of all, we cannot adopt the approach of people who don't like how the interview went.
Good evening, caller. You're live on air.
Yeah, hi, Akash.
Yes, good evening.
Hi, good evening. I was watching the program, and I think Freddie has been a bit too harsh on the diaspora and making comments about us not commenting on the Biden-Trump fiasco.
And I also said Biden, the Palestinian issue, and Julian Assange. Now you tell us about your views on it, on all three topics. Go on. You have the floor.
Well, I'll tell you that for Joe Biden, he's not fit. For Donald Trump, I will vote for Donald Trump. I support Donald Trump. Donald Trump has made a lot of changes in the 4 years he spent in government. Donald Trump has also helped Guyana to restore democracy. If Donald Trump did not get involved, Irfan Ali would not have been president of Guyana today. On the other subject you mentioned, I'm not sure who that person is. However...
You don't know who Julian Assange is?
No.
You don't know who Julian Assange is, madam?
No, I don't. And if I don't, I don't. Why should I lie? I don't know.
But it's the guy from WikiLeaks.
Well, it's in the news all the time. I would hope you read the news. Donald Trump arrested him and charged him with 18 indictments.
Yeah, but Freddie, you have been a little too critical on diaspora, and I think that.
Well, I'm not. I don't respect anybody. I'm telling you this. I speak my mind. I don't respect anybody that would vote for. I don't respect anybody that would vote for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a danger to the U.S. and the world, and there's sufficient evidence about that.
That's your prerogative.
Yeah, that's my prerogative, and I said it. I don't respect anybody that would vote for Donald Trump.
In the U.S.
I don't.
That's your prerogative. You feel.
Well, fine. You said you would vote for him.
To your opinion.
I don't respect anybody that will vote for Donald Trump. Something has to be wrong with someone who would vote for Donald Trump.
Freddie Kissoon, that's your prerogative. I'm entitled.
No, I never said you're not entitled. I never said you're not entitled.
So what's your take on Trump, Biden, and the well, you said you don't know Assange, but you know
Donald Trump will win the election.
Yeah, I believe so too. I believe so too.
If you what's transpiring here in the United States, Donald Trump is in position to win the next election.
Yeah.
And so be it.
All right.
Donald Trump is going to bring changes in the U.S. to make the United States better. Well, then that's fine. That's what we need.
No, thanks, madam. Thanks. You made your point. Thanks.
The United States need.
You like Donald Trump? Fine. Good.
I sure do.
You're fine.
Ma'am, thanks for coming through, though, all right?
Sure.
Thanks.
Okay.
And we look forward to your call again. Remember, guys. If everybody's asking what Freddie is drinking is Blue Spring water. Freddie, what do you think about this word behavior meant? I see some people in the comments. But
I don't
behavior meant. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see
anybody who asks me what I'm drinking, they should ask themselves what they are drinking.
Behavior meant, Freddie. Somebody said behavior meant.
The person who said behavior meant is probably drunk. There's no such word as
sorry,
it's only a person who drunk would say behavior.
Good evening, caller. No, it's just a term they're using, man. Good evening, caller.
Well, you're drunk to use that term.
Good evening, Akash.
Yes, good evening. You're live on air.
Yes. This show is about speaking about foreign politics or speaking about Guyana politics?
The show is about everything, anything that you want to talk about.
Hold on. Caller, can you hold 1 minute for me, please? Let me explain this to you. Let me just, not just explain, let me say this. A large section, probably a larger section of our viewership resides in the diaspora. And they are
so do I.
Right, and so that is why sometimes we tend to engage people from the diaspora with things that may be affecting them too. It's about interactiveness. It's about bringing engagement to the show, and we consider many times we plan our shows and that we're going to have some engagement with the diaspora also. So that is it. It's not that we want to beat up on the diaspora.
But Mr. Kissoon is talking about Trump. How about China president? How about Russia president? How about Kim
But caller, let's also say that the president of the United States of America, whoever becomes the president of the United States of America, the geopolitics that surrounds America, it means that American politics also dictates what happens in many places, if not all over the world. And a president in America can make calls about things around the world that we may not necessarily agree with. No, we may not necessarily agree with. And that is what Freddie is saying, that, look, this is what we have.
Anyway, so yes, make your point, sir. What is it? Make your point. We're listening.
No, but I'm saying he has no say to say who could vote for Trump or not.
Oh, no, anybody can say anything. I don't agree with you on that.
What you say? What you just said?
No, he's saying that he don't like the people that vote for Trump. Why is that?
No, I don't, because I think Trump is a danger to the world, and I think there's sufficient.
Kim Jong-un and China president and Putin, they're not dangerous to the world.
How could they be dangerous to the world? Which country, which part of the world North Korea has any influence over? That's you equating North Korea with the United States? Any other points, sir?
How many countries North Korea help? How many countries Russia help?
So, are you equal? The majority of the people in the world don't know that.
You and Guyanese critics reading on the same page.
Right. I don't know what page you're on. At least I'm on a page. I don't think you're on any page. At least I have a page. Thanks for coming through.
All right, Mark. Thanks for your call, and do call again, all right? Callers. Viewers tonight is I see you're out in the numbers, but thanks again. Oh, so I cut this person out. Let me see. All right, caller, good evening. You are live on air.
Good night, Mr. Akash.
Good night. And we have Mr. Kissoon.
Yeah. What I'm saying, David Hine was on the program.
Yeah, man.
He talk about black people. He knew what happened to black people. I mean, thanks for David Hine. David Hines is a black man.
That's right.
David Hines comes in from the 80s. David Hines said he knew black people. He knew how work for please black people want. Now the people from the Ukraine, right, going across to America and America, the white people gonna know what the white people want. This is what I want to Freddie saying the white people know what white people want, black people know what black people want. I got to treat my white people, them good if they come there. Because them is white, there's white people. You understand me?
No, I don't understand you. And I don't think you understand what you're saying. I understand you.
You know,
white people must treat...
This one time, critics should never got you back on this program.
I know.
You should go and get your own program.
Critic don't have me in any... Critic don't have me in any program. This is not critic program. So this is not critic program. This is an independent program. Anyway, take care of your white people. No. Hello, good evening.
Caller, turn the volume down on the device, please. We're getting a feedback. When you come through, we're going to disconnect your call if you don't turn the volume down on you, because the feedback is going to affect our equipment here, all right? So, good evening, caller. You are live on air.
Hello?
Yes, good evening. You're live on air.
Yeah, I'm calling from Toronto.
Right.
You guys are doing a great job. I like your show. But I just want to say to Freddie, please don't bring back David Hines on that show.
Why? The man enjoyed the Mabi, but we the Blackwood.
Yeah, I sure he carried home the Blackwood.
No. Caller, look, everybody has an opportunity. We want to give everybody an opportunity to come on these shows because we want the views of people to go out there so that people can understand what is happening, what are the thought processes of our guests.
I understand your point, Akash.
Yes.
But he is a racist. He's only bringing down his own people. He's bringing them down. Anyhow. Guys, continue the good show.
Thanks, and thanks for coming through. Do call again.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, my name is Mohammed, yes?
Yes, go ahead. You're live on air.
Good evening, good night, gentlemen.
Good evening.
I have to say that I agree with Freddie on the
Trump issue. Trump, if people are coming and they're saying, like many people are saying, David Hines is a racist. I agree with that, and so is Trump. What is the difference? Well, Trump has made it very clear, and we've seen that like Freddie said, the white immigrants who come here are treated differently than let's go back to what Trump said before the elections. Freddie was elected president. He talked about the criminals coming in from, and you know what the word he used, from Mexico and the Latin American countries. The word he used to describe them is enough. And that is a fact. We are no different. We are brown people. He lumps us in the same category as all those people. I don't understand why so many Guyanese, we come over here, we are treated the same way in many cases, just like these people from Venezuela and other places. We're no different.
All right.
Well, I'm glad people are listening to you.
No, I'm not saying, by the way, that I agree with, or I'm going to vote for Biden or anything like that. I live in Maryland. I'm going to sit out this election because I am opposed to Biden's stance on Israel and the Palestinians, what he has allowed there. It's a very difficult thing for me because in the past I've gone both ways, voted for Democrats sometimes Republican. But this time it's very different. But for many of us, I'm a Muslim. I am going to stay away from this election because of Biden as a protest.
I don't think. I don't.
The ramifications of that is that Donald Trump may be elected.
I don't think.
I think that's very sad. It's a reflection of the society that we live in here. For all the progress that they've made here in America, there is still a huge problem. People like Donald Trump, the way he's treated. By the way, Donald Trump himself, his wife is an immigrant.
His father was an immigrant. His grandfather was an immigrant. His grandfather was an immigrant.
Was a member of the KKK.
His grandfather was an immigrant. Anyway, so what your call does, and I hope people around the world who look in, we all got our point of view. So sometimes somebody will come up and say, I love Trump, and then there's a sensible person who will come and say, Trump is a threat to the world. Thanks for coming, June. We hope we hear from you next Friday.
Have a good night.
Goodbye.
But somebody got to be president, somebody got to lose, Freddie. And when you in the case here, look, when I remember I was in the US in 2016 when Trump was when Trump would have won the election. I know the white guy told me. He said, I'm not voting for Hillary. I said, why? He said, because of the Second Amendment. I said, explain. He said, he didn't explain. He took me inside and he opened up a vault and he showed me about 20-something guns. Legal, this man's a vet, an army vet. He lives out in West Palm Beach. And he said, if Hillary wins this election, she'll take away my guns. And I said, wait, guns mean a lot to these white people,
I know.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, good night, Mr. Freddie Kissoon, Akash.
Good evening.
Hey, I'm calling again in regards to Ministry of Health and the nursing program. They talked about earlier this year, they had out some scholarship for some nursing programs and specialty nursing program. And I applied and never got a response. And I just assume, as you know, you didn't get a response, you don't get through. But eventually I was digging, I did some of my own investigation and I heard that I didn't meet some criteria, which I did meet every criteria, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we just accepted for a piece of time that, all right, you know what, this is it. We reach a criteria, we get through. But then yesterday I was listening to the Vice President's press conference. And among other things, he stated that with these new hospitals, they are going to train a lot of nurses locally, and they might also bring in they might import some nurses, some medical professionals, which, to be honest, all I could do was cry yesterday when I heard them.
Wow.
I really don't know what to say about this. I'm just highlighting the issue again. One more other thing, Freddie, I think it was this week or last week, you wrote a column about the ice cream cone almost $1,000 for the ice cream cone.
$960,000.
$960.
And Banks DIH is $160 and a far better ice cream.
It's really messed up. However, I was trying out some ice cream the other day, and I went to Burger King, and they had literally the same cone, the same ice cream cone, the same flavor, the same biscuit and everything for $240. The same thing as the...
Yeah, there's something is wrong with Dairy Queen. No cone should be more than $400. I am assuming it named Dairy Queen, and I'm assuming that the Queen of Sweden made the ice cream. Anyway, thanks for coming through.
All right, thank you.
Look, Akash.
Yeah. Caller, good evening. You're live on air.
Hey, good night. How you guys doing?
Hey, Nafin, what's up?
Not much.
We get to learn. We get to learn a few of our fans' names that call from the US and so on, right? How is it in America?
Good, man.
All right.
I just want to ask Freddie, if Trump is a threat to the world, and if the man gonna win the election, why people vote for him?
Well, that's an easy question to answer. Not everybody some countries based on what they're going through, people just don't understand the issues. You have a crazy government in Italy. You have people who are racist in the US. They think Trump will stop non-white people from coming in, and they have their reasons for voting for Trump. I think people forgot the last time Trump didn't win he didn't win the popular vote. Mrs. Clinton got millions of votes more than Trump. Trump won because of the Electoral College. I believe Trump will lose if there is a eligible and presentable candidate from the Democratic Party. I've seen a poll by Reuters that said if Trump is pitted against Mrs. Obama will win. I think Biden is the problem. I don't think Trump will win. I don't think the Americans will vote for Trump if there is a presentable Democratic candidate. And I believe coming on to the next few months, you may have a switch from Biden to someone else. I don't think Trump will win. He didn't win.
Trump will definitely win, Freddie, because we live in the U.S. and we know what's going on, and you could see it. It's not like politics is...
So what is going on in the U.S. to make Trump to win?
Really going up against Biden.
Freddie...
No, to answer the question, please. What is it going on in the U.S. that will make Trump win?
Man, so much thing is going on with jobs, with unemployment,
and tell me something. I don't know where to start. And tell me something. That was the same song Trump sang when he campaigned for president. And what were the results? Trump promised this industry coming back. That is, anyway. You live in the U.S. You live in the U.S. as you say. You see it. You see it.
The same vibe where you get to defend Joe Biden about Trump. When Dr. Hines was there, been a bullshit. Why you not defend the country with Dr. Hines attack all the racist thing?
We didn't defend our position when we were interviewing Hines. You certainly didn't
you
see the show.
But you are not a Freddie Kissoon that I knew.
Well, I can't be everything to everybody. Listen, if you go on your laptop, as Akash is now, there are people saying things that Freddie, I like what you said, I like what you do. Listen, once you accept what somebody say, it gets into your head. If you think we didn't do good with David Hines, that's your viewpoint. A guy just called in on this very program and said, you guys are doing a great job. So you have your opinion. You have your opinion.
I never say you're not doing a good job.
You have your opinion. You have your opinion on how the the Heinz interview went, that's your opinion. I don't think people have to be careful of how they let other people's opinion get to their head.
That's true.
I appreciate you calling. Thanks for the call. Let's take this call. Right, thanks for calling in. Hope to hear from you next Friday.
Good night. Good night.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Take it off. We get another one. Yeah. Caller, good evening. You're live on air.
Good afternoon, Akash, and good afternoon, Freddie.
Good evening. Good evening.
I'm calling, following up. I discussed something with you, Akash, concerning Campbellville in William Street, 40 William Street, a fire hydrant done by guy with the water works. They still have the fire hydrant on the ground after 4 months, and we discussed this about 2 months ago.
Wow.
I don't know if you follow up.
But, here, do you live in the vicinity there?
No, my residence is there. I go back and forth. I only spend like 2-3 days there, and
all right, here's what to do. Send when the show, maybe over the weekends or when the show is finished, send me the exact location. Send me the address, and I will go next week and film it.
Okay, buddy.
All right, thank you so much. My apologies if look, a lot of times things come true for us to do, but there is so much. We got full-time jobs and stuff, and it's difficult sometimes to get it all done. But
totally understand.
Right, but I'll be grateful if you can do that, and I will follow up with it.
And I can send a picture with it still on the ground. I take it when I was back there.
Send the picture now. Send the picture now. We can put it up now.
Okay.
Send it via WhatsApp now.
Alrighty.
Good. And the exact location. Bye. Caller, good evening. You are live on air.
Good evening.
Yes.
Akash,
yes, good evening.
I just want to find if got in touch with your doctor about the laboratory that wasn't working.
I spoke with another doctor recently, and the doctor said that there is a backup, that there is a whole long list and line of things to get done. It's not that it's not working, but it's sometimes what happens is that the turnover period. For instance, if you go to one of the clinics, one of the local clinics in your community, and you do a blood test or so on, you do some blood work, you may take a little while to get it because there is a lot of work at the Georgetown Hospital that they have to get done. It's not that the lab is not working, though. That's what the doctor said to me.
The labs are working. I made inquiry. The labs are working. Working in the literal scientific sense of the word. Thanks for coming through, sir. Let's take this call.
I worked in that lab and never shut down. Never.
Okay.
You work in the lab?
Okay, thanks for coming through.
Caller, good evening. You're live on air.
You gotta tune down your volume.
You went off. All right, so we have about okay. Good evening, caller. You're live on air.
I could get Freddie's number. I could speak to Freddie after the show. Could I get his number?
Yes, you could get my number anytime. 614 5927
5927. I can call you after the show, right, Freddie?
Yeah.
Good night. Thanks very much.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, go ahead, please. You're live on air.
All right. I'm calling again from La Penitence, Mr. Persaud.
Yes.
You promised that you were going to pass through, do a video, or get back to me with something, some positive answer. The garbage situation in La Penitence?
Well, the garbage situation, I can tell you, is all over the city.
I know that.
It's everywhere in the city.
Some places.
When I called you, I told you, I said, if it's possible, if I can come there, and if you were willing to go on camera, we were going to come.
I told you I wouldn't be at home.
Right,
there are neighbors that's going to be around that are going to go, probably willing to go on air.
Yeah.
Not because I'm the person that's calling. Means that I'm the only person that can go on the air. I mean, people are going to talk, but it's just that nobody's going to take the time to call or that sort of thing. We got aged people around this place, dengue on the increase, right? and nothing in doing, but all they do is press conference, and that's it.
Right, but no, I went. I was in the heart of the city this morning to do some filming and some other stuff. I was there, and I'm telling you.
Yes.
I saw, but garbage is all over the place, and what they're saying is because of the inquiry I made, they said Hags Bush has an issue because of the rain. The trucks are sticking. The trucks have got stuck.
They got ball head tires on the truck. If they got proper tires on the trucks, the man said, "Oh, if he got contractors, who else got money to the contractor? You want me go monitor the contractor?" Nobody ain't doing nothing unless you know somebody. I know people that say that garbage get picked up in that area because why? They know somebody that's picking up garbage. Everybody's silent now on the show, buddy.
No, what do you mean everybody said? You have the opportunity to speak. Why are you screaming at us? Ma'am, calm down. Listen, we're having a civil conversation. You calling in, and yes, I couldn't make it to come.
We're listening to you. You said why everybody's silent.
We can't be engaging you while you're talking.
We're listening to you.
I'm listening.
We're listening to you. You called us.
You said you were silent, but we got to be silent for you to talk.
This is a stone throw away from Albaisong. They went through Albaisong and pick up in some areas.
I drove through there. I drove through Hunter Street. When you're coming through from Smythe Street, going all the way down, I drove through there and I saw the garbage. Believe me, I saw it. But
they went and pick up in some areas. What kind of pressure are you people applying on these people? What can we do now? Can we just go pick a spot and start dumping the garbage there?
You think that would be prudent? That would be the prudent thing to do.
Because there's no control of it in your yard now. It's flooded over from your bin. It's flooded over from the garbage bags. You can't put it in boxes because the rain falling. You can't burn it because the friggin' people will come and lock you up for sanitation purposes.
Watch your language, please.
Ma'am, look, I really understand you, and I said I wanted to come and film it. The next day we had a number of things that we got to get done. We had to come in studio. But
I know everybody has jobs and has things to do.
And I'll say this.
We appreciate you listening to us, but somebody needs to apply some more pressure to these people.
And what we are doing here, we're using this platform and this forum that we have here to highlight the situation, hoping that the authorities are listening. Myself and Freddie, I don't even know. I don't have a single government minister number in my phone.
Government minister, they're not gonna help me with my garbage.
No, but I'm saying these are sometimes I know the suggestion might be that we can call people to apply more pressure, but what we are doing here, believe me, I don't know how much more Freddie can do. I mean, let me tell you something, Carlo. I
could say I just bored in it because
all right, okay.
somebody collecting me garbage.
Here, I'll call you tomorrow, and we can make some arrangement as to how best we can do this. I promise you that.
That you're going to help me to make arrangements to burn this garbage?
How am I going to help arrangement? I said I'm going to call you to make arrangement to tell you how best we can do this, how best we can come and film it. Why would I suggest to you to burn garbage? That's illegal.
Okay, Mr. Persaud, thank you.
All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look, another thing. Y'all don't call me at 1 and 2 in the morning sometime, man. Oh, so let me phone ringing, overseas number calling me at 1, 2 in the morning. Now, when you watch the show, it doesn't mean you have to call me.
Hello, good evening. Hello? Take that call, Akash.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Good evening, sir. Thanks for coming through. You're the gentleman that sent in the video with the traffic situation going on the East Bank yesterday, right?
Yeah, but I want to talk about another brief issue quickly, man.
Go ahead.
Akash.
Yes.
GT&T.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had a problem with these people?
Plenty of people got a problem with them.
They sent me a bill for $18,000. When I called in, they recognized that the charges were erroneous. And you know what they did? When they put through the adjustments, they didn't tell me about it. They said they would have called me. And on the 17th of last month, they turned off my Wi-Fi. When I went to their offices, the charges was less, $8,000. I got a bill today from them, and when I called them, They're charging me for the disconnection fee also now.
Oh,
See
wow.
what's going on?
Yeah.
So they took the case and they recognized that they made another mistake. So they're going to put through that adjustment for next month.
Okay.
What's really going on at GT&T? My friend?
Yeah, I hear you. And look, I've a lot of people are have issues with the utility companies and those
okay,
companies. We're coming up to time.
We're coming up to time. Let's take this call.
Derek, but okay. I hope they're hearing you though.
Oh,
okay.
All right, good. Thanks.
You lost the call.
Yeah.
I think you have a call, yeah?
We have about 2 minutes more, callers, so you can come in.
Hello? 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 Good, we have 2 minutes more left.
All right, operator, can you bring this up on the screen, please? Let me just get this. So the gentleman was calling in just now. This is the hydrant lying on the ground for 2 months now, the fire hydrant. That's it. 14 William Street, Campbellville.
2 months now. Hello? Hello?
All right, hold on, take it off. Caller, good evening, you're live on air.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Akash and Mr. Freddie.
Yeah?
I'm Roy Harry Paul.
Right.
The kid father was get the lash in the head November the last, the 27th, and passed away later in the night. From since now, and since then, it's going on for 8 months now, and we get any sort of justice yet from the matter. The
Operator,
file was
put up
back
the
on
picture.
DPP.
That's the kid
Like
that you're
about
talking
4
about there
months
on the screen.
Yes. Like about 4 months back, and they said no charge implement. But there is an inquest make for the matter. When we get start to dig up in the matter. And since the inquest make, they tell me it's gonna be 2 to 3 weeks. And then the matter will be joined at the court. From since then, it's going on to 4 months now. When we call the police, we call the commander, we go to the magistrate court. They tell me that the matter is in the magistrate hand. From since then, every time we go, we never get to see nobody. We get to talk about anything from anybody, forget what related to the matter. So what I'm seeing in that you kid could get hit in the school by bullyism, die, and you get no sort of justice out of it.
How old is the other child that was involved in this thing again?
14 years going on to 15.
Right. So you see, and I believe that's where the complexities would arise, because when you have look, believe me, I got one kid, and I'm looking at this little boy just now. My heart break for you. I swear to God, I really do feel it for you. But I believe that what makes these issues complex is when you have a 14-year-old being, having to go into an inquest for, and as you would put it, that it's murder, right? Because that's what you're fighting for. That's what as a father. And I understand it from a father's perspective. Believe me, I do. But the complexity of the issue arises when you have a 14-year-old being tried for the death of another kid. And again, it's really, really unfortunate. And I feel it for you, brother. I hope the authorities are hearing this. There is only so much that me and Freddie can do. But I hope that that to want of a better term, or let me use this term, that justice comes your way too.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for anything. What I'm looking for justice, because my son wrote grade 6 exam this year. He was a wonderful kid, was real dedicated himself in school, and was a real educated kid. And what we seen, my son could be in one of the top 10 because he was pushing real hard. And he feel me that for now that you because we are the poor class of people. I'm very poor. I don't have money to take lies and run around. Well, the police then get me run around about 4 to 5 months straight. I lost my job. My wife lost her job. I lost everything that what I'm earning last year.
Look,
I lost everything throughout the funeral and everything.
Caller,
this is where
I feel
people
for you.
like people who claim that they belong to human rights organization like the Guyanese Human Rights Association. Look, thanks for coming through. Let's take this last call.
Our time is up actually, but we're going to take one more call, all right? Thanks for coming through, brother.
Our sympathies to you, sir. Hello? Something's wrong. No.
Yes, good evening, caller. You're our last caller. Quickly.
Hello?
Yeah, just my second time calling tonight. My name is Mohammed. I just wanted to be quick. Freddie, I think you ought to do a column on why immigrants this country, USA, are behaving like, which is what's his name, the PM of in Britain.
I can't. We're not hearing
you clearly, caller, and we're up on time. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to take this call off. All right, I'm so sorry. Look,
something's wrong there.
Yeah, viewers, we want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. I see some people said it was Fire Friday. Some people really a lot of people want to know, well, Freddie's drinking Blue Spring water. They were the sponsors of this show. Make sure you get Blue Spring water if you want to get Fiery Fridays.
I don't. But I would advise you. If you're very young, what people say about you, you're going to lose your sanity, and you're going to end up disastrously if you let people get into your head. There are people on that laptop that say they like the show, that Freddie is said the right thing. There are people who they say, well, Freddie is drinking. So it goes like that. That is life. Remember, that is life. Remember, somebody is going to say, Freddie talking nonsense. Trump is the best leader right now in the world. Another person is going to say, I hope they don't vote this man in. This man is crazy. That is life. You let somebody get into your head by somebody said, Freddie, man, you're talking nonsense. And you decide that you don't want to hear somebody say, Freddie talking nonsense. And you're going to reshape your diploma or your presentation. You're not going anywhere. You're going to end up in a madhouse. People will say what they have to say. You know what you're supposed to do, and you do what you're supposed to do and say what you're supposed to say. Every person has an opinion. It doesn't mean that opinion is an entitled opinion. On behalf of Akash, catch you later. Bye-bye. See you Monday.
And on behalf of the fiery Freddie Kissoon, I just want to say to the public out there, please take your time on the road, man. And to all our viewers and callers this evening, we really appreciate you. We love you, and we look forward to seeing you next week. We look forward to being here with you and have the interactions, have you call in. To all the, our American followers, I know you guys celebrated Independence Day. I hope that you can get the Kangan this weekend for Independence Day. Catch you later, Freddie. Say bye-bye.